Uh, Friends, it's a great pleasure to be here at the Guru Nanak Sikh Gurdwara in Sedgley Street in my constituency. Those of you who are regular worshippers here will know that locally we really most of the time refer to this Gurdwara as Sedgley Street Gurdwara, and it's always a great pleasure and an honour to come to Sedgley Street. I want to welcome our visitors here today from other countries who've travelled a long way to be with us, and from all parts of the UK to be here too. The Bindijit told me downstairs there are some visitors here from Scotland too, so obviously with my accent, a particular welcome to anyone who has travelled down from Scotland today. I just want to say a couple of things about the Sikh community locally and about the way that we've been able to work together nationally. Locally in this city, we have one of the biggest Sikh communities in the whole of the UK. And I'm not going to pretend that everybody within that community's life story has been easy, because that wouldn't be true. There have been struggles, there have been hard times, and there have been difficulties. But overall, actually, it is a story of success, the Sikh community in Wolverhampton. Over the decades, it's become a very important, very established part of the city. This is partly a Sikh city in character, in terms of the clothes people will wear on the street, in terms of the food we eat, in terms of the music you will hear, in terms of business and political life. And I think the Sikh community here in Wolverhampton can take great credit, and indeed the city more broadly beyond the Sikh community can take great credit for the strong interfaith community relations that we have here. And they haven't happened by accident. They've happened because of good leadership from the faith communities, good leadership from local politics, and people have worked hard for the success that we have enjoyed here. And I think there are other parts of the UK and perhaps other parts of the world that could look to Wolverhampton and learn things from this city. So this is a story locally of success for the Sikh community, and the values that the community have are really valuable to the city. Those values of hard work, of family and community, and of service. Working hard for success, yes, but putting something back through service. And any of us who are non-Sikhs who come to visit a Gurdwara see that in the Langar Hall, in the volunteer service, that everybody, no matter what faith they are, can come in here and be part of this and be fed. And it's a great example and something, again, I think others could learn a lot from. Now, nationally, we have worked with Sikh organisations on many, many issues over the years, and you've heard some of them mentioned here today. In recent times, this issue of the Dastar and airports and travel has been very prominent. And actually, I think we've, again here, enjoyed some good success, because at the beginning, the way that this was formed was going to cause enormous difficulty to anyone wearing the Dastar. And here in the UK, because we have a longer tradition compared to other European countries of having a Sikh community, we volunteered to have a trial, doing things a different way, in a way that protected the security that we need at the airports, but showed more respect to different cultures, different faiths, and in particular to people wearing the Dastar. That trial was a success. And through the work that the Sikh community nationally did with politicians of all parties, we were able to influence the outcome in the European Union to allow the practice that we had adopted here in the UK to be adopted throughout the European Union. So I think that's a real success of the community making its point in a proper, democratic way, by lobbying politicians, by speaking to the officials in the department, by coming to Parliament, by making sure that MPs like me and other MPs were writing to the Department of Transport, raising the issue in Parliament, writing to the European Commission, and getting in the end what was a good result. Now, when I say it's a good result, I'm not saying there have not still been difficulties in some airports, usually outside the UK. There have been, but I think compared to where we were, it's been a story of progress and success. In the same way, Davidajit referred to the Olympics in one context. I would like to refer to it in another context. You know, again, Sikh organisations nationally said to the government before the Olympics, we want to make sure this is an Olympics for every faith in the country, and that's absolutely right. And so issues like carrying the kirpan in the Olympic Park and so on were resolved in a satisfactory way, and we made sure that whatever faith people had, they could come to the Olympic Park, support our athletes. And indeed, if you reflect Team GB at the Olympics, that showed how multi-faith and multinational a country we had really become over the years. And when you have a Somali-born athlete winning 2 gold medals in the 5,000 and 10,000 for the UK, you've got a young woman from Jamaican extraction winning the heptathlon, the gold medal for the UK. Team GB reflected how we had changed as a country over the years. And indeed, one of the reasons we won the Olympics in the first place was that our bid made very clear that we were a multi-faith country that had been made up of people from all over the world in recent years, and I think that went down very well with the Olympic organisers. So I think on a number of issues, proper democratic dialogue with the politicians is very, very important. We actually have a lobbying bill going through Parliament at the moment, and some charities and NGOs have expressed concern that it could limit freedom of expression, it could limit the capacity of organisations to make completely legitimate points to politicians, and we've got to guard against that. Of course, you don't want big money influencing political decisions, but there's a world of difference between that and an organisation wanting to make a point because it affects its particular community, its particular faith, or perhaps a charity that represents, you know, a particular cause. And we don't want that kind of thing caught unfairly in a way that limits the important democratic dialogue and free speech that is absolutely central to our democracy. So I think that the dialogue nationally is very, very important between Sikh organisations and politicians of all parties. Friends, it's a pleasure to have been invited here today. I hope everyone here has an enjoyable day here at the Gurdwara, an enjoyable visit to Wolverhampton. We have brought the Indian summer sunshine with us today, so I wish you every success and every blessing. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.